I am too aggressive by nature. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. I know I'm consistent with the videos. Yes, that's what we're aiming for. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about why we are excessively oily. So you might ask yourself, why am I oily? Why am I getting so oily? I don't really have oily skin. This has never really been my problem. Why am I getting so much oil? Or you might ask, why am I getting oilier than usual? Okay, so we're gonna be debunking and talking about all of the reasons why you're getting extremely oily, excessively oily, or this particular week you just get really oily, because that's what was happening with me. And yeah, let's just talk about it. Let's just share why we get extremely oily. Okay, not like the normal oil that is being produced, you know what I'm saying? Yes, so oil is a normal part of the skin because it's a natural part of the skin, and the skin functions better when it's oily or when it has oil, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the skin is healthier, I should say, when it has oil. Okay, it is more plump, it can function a little bit better, because guess what, we're not dolls, we're not porcelain dolls, you know what I'm saying? Like, oil is what keeps our skin looking nice and luscious, plump, fresh and young. Okay, so oil is actually a good thing, you know what I'm saying? When we're not producing a lot of oil, we get wrinkled, dry, and we look old. So this is the reason why when we get older in age, they always encourage us to, you know, increase the collagen and ceramides and use products with occlusive ingredients. And if you've watched my video where I talk about the moisture barrier, just link in the description, link to the right of my screen. People with oilier skin will experience aging a little bit slower than those who have drier type of skin. So even though in your youth you might be extra oily and you just get acne and bumps and you're just miserable, but guess what, when you produce more oil, it reduces the aging process, because you have more oil to keep your skin nice and juicy and plump. Yes, but guess what, sometimes we produce a lot of oil that we don't really need, you know what I'm saying? The oil that causes us to look like a grease ball, like we just slept in a cup or like a bath of oil. We don't want that type of oil because it's not like flattering, you know what I'm saying? It's not elegant. Yeah, so what do we do when we start producing excessive oil, or why do we produce more oil than usual? Okay, so the first thing that I will talk about the internal part first, because I want to get that out of the way. First and foremost, we have to make sure that we have a good diet, not a poor diet. Okay, we're not eating a lot of oily food, because that's the first reason, or that's the main reason why a lot of us get oily, because we eat a lot of greasy food. One, we eat a lot of sugar. Two, and we don't drink a lot of water. Yeah, okay, so let's just throw that aside, because I just talked about it. I don't want to, you know, stay too long on that topic because it's very sensitive. Some people have a problem with, you know, eating and so forth, but I'll just tell you, if you get oily, we get oily because of that particular thing, or health, poor health. Then the next reason why we get oily is because, guess what, weight gain, weight loss, weight gain, weight loss, weight gain, weight loss. Guess what that does? That actually causes our pores to get enlarged. Yes, even though our pores cannot be open or closed or anything like that, our pores can actually be enlarged, because guess what, when we gain weight, our skin actually stretches. When we lose weight, the skin goes back to its natural state. But guess what, we have excessive fat on the skin, or excessive skin, and that skin is actually enlarged. And so because it's enlarged, when we produce oil, the oil just seeps out of the skin easily, because we have enlarged pores. The next reason why we get excessive oil on our skin is because we have acne prone skin. Whenever you get a breakout, it actually enlarges the pores. Whenever you get a breakout, it enlarges the pores, and it means that you're going to be producing more oil. People with larger pores tend to get a little bit more oilier than people with smaller pores, I would say. Yes, of course. And some people, you have oily skin, or you get oilier more than everybody in your group because what? Because of genetics. Your mom has oily skin, your dad has oily skin, your entire family has oily skin, so of course you get oily skin. And you're like, oh, why do I have to have oily skin, and my skin just look awful and so forth. So those are the reasons why we get oily skin. Okay, but why do we produce more oil than usual? So one of the things that causes us to produce more oil than usual is over exfoliating too much. Okay, so because we want to get rid of, while exfoliating is actually good, guess what? Too much of one thing is not good. So if you over exfoliate, so every day you just exfoliate, you just want to exfoliate, guess what? Your skin is going to be dry. And guess what? You're gonna think that, oh my gosh, my skin is just nice and smooth and dry and no oil, and you just feel satisfied in the moment. But later on in the day, you're going to be like a grease ball. Like your skin is going to be oily because guess what? You are over exfoliating, and your skin is trying to compensate. It's trying to produce enough oil for your skin. And guess what? It's not going to produce the normal oil. It's going to produce a lot of oil because it's just going to say like, oh my gosh, and it's just going to start pumping out oil, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I've been exfoliating, I've been doing my skincare, but yet still you're getting a lot of oil. That's because you're over exfoliating. And the next thing is also over cleansing too many times. Okay, so you're just washing your face every single minute you get a chance. If your face starts to sweat, you just wash. Over cleansing the face. Cleanse the face too often. Twice a day is good. Cleansing the face too often can actually allow you to overproduce oil. Not like, for example, if you're working out and you're sweating, of course you're going to have to wash the face. You don't have to wash the face right away with soap and so forth, or an aggressive soap. You can use something a little bit gentle. Over cleansing is just using stuff that are actually stripping to the skin. So for example, in the morning times you can go with a gentle face wash, nothing that's going to strip your skin or your moisture barrier. And then in the evenings now, after the long day, you can go in with something that's going to actually foam up and remove the excess oil from the entire day. Then the next one is overdoing the acids, like using too much acids on your skin. And I experience this on a regular basis. Like, I have to control myself because I love going in with acids, because I love when they, the serums and so forth, they do their job. But sometimes you go in with the cleansers, the acidic cleansers like salicylic acid cleanser and so forth. It can become a little bit too drying on the skin, so your skin starts to overproduce oil. Okay, so just control that. Yeah, you have to learn how to control yourself. So that can actually cause you to overproduce oil. Yes, guys. So the next thing that can cause us to produce more oil than usual is not wearing an SPF. Okay, so not wearing an SPF can cause your skin to be extremely dry, and as a result you start producing more oil. Yes, the sun can dry out your skin and cause your skin to produce more oil because you're not protecting your skin from the UV rays. Just warm up your body so much that you start to produce more oil. The next reason is not moisturizing your skin. Why? Because you feel that your skin it doesn't need to be moisturized, because guess what? You're already producing enough oil. So your oil can carry you throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? But that's wrong. You still need to moisturize. Medications can also cause you to produce more oil. So if you're on any type of hormonal replacement medication, that can cause you to produce more oil. If you are certain products, just medications in general, I don't want to be talking about that because that's not my area. But hormonal medications can actually cause you to produce more oil. You know what I'm saying? Because of hormonal imbalance and so forth. Yes. And you're actually increasing the hormonal, actions in your body, but just medication in general can actually cause you to produce more oil. So you just need to identify what medication you're taking and so forth, because that is one of the side effects of certain medications. Yeah, it allows you to produce more oil. And the next one I would say is hormonal changes. Like changes in your body can actually cause you to produce more oil. What am I talking about when I talk about hormonal changes? Anything that actually increases the hormones in your body. So for example, stress can actually make you oily. Yes, and that was one thing. Like last week I was so stressed, and I was getting oily. So I'm like, why am I oily? It's not even the season to be oily. I'm like, why am I extremely oily? And that was mainly because I was stressed. How can you know that you're stressed? When I'm stressed, my entire face, it gets really hot, and I can feel I feel tense in my face. My face is tense. I feel as though I want to like sleep. Yeah, that's when I'm stressed. My body is under stress. That's how I feel, and I start producing excessive oil, and that is when you can start actually breaking out, because you're producing too much oil. So stress can actually increase, because remember that there is a hormone. There's a hormone. What do you call it? There's a stress hormone. It's called cortisol, and that stress hormone releases oils. And that's when we get extra oily or excessively oily. Yeah. So stress can actually increase the amount of oil in your skin. Poor diet, as I said before, those can actually increase the hormones or increase the, what do you say now, the oils in your skin. So just look into those and make sure that you're, taking care. And as I said before, some people it's just hereditary. It's just in your DNA, genetics. Your mom's oily, your family relatives are oily, so automatically you're oily. Your job is to ensure that you control the amount of oil that you're producing by ensuring that all of what I just spoke about, you are not guilty of it, or you are doing your part to ensure that you don't start overproducing more oil that is not necessary for your skin to function. So how can we control or deal with excessive oils? Okay, so first and foremost, ensure that you have a good diet, period, point blank. Okay, ensure that you have a good diet. I'm speaking to myself likewise. Okay, ensure that you're not taking in a lot of sugar and so forth, a lot of carbohydrates in your body. Too much sugar isn't good. Okay, ensure that you are like avoiding a lot of fatty stuff, fatty food, dairy and so forth in your diet. You're not overdoing it in your diet. And the next thing is to make sure that you're drinking water. That should have been the first thing. Ensure that you're hydrating your body. Ensure that you are adding water to your body. Okay, yes, so that your body can function naturally or normally, so you don't get breakouts. Okay, good. Then the next thing is, if you have excessively oily skin, ensure that you have like a foaming cleanser. When I say foaming, I don't mean stripping. I mean foaming to remove the excess oil and at the same time protect your moisture barrier. So get something foamy but hydrating. You know what I'm saying? At the same times. And you have like different moisturizers that actually do that. Like CeraVe, they have some good moisturizers that deal with. They have various moisturizers. That's a good thing about CeraVe, and they're so affordable. And I think this is the reason why they're doing so well. Yeah, because they have various ingredients for different skin types. You know what I'm saying? And then you have La Roche-Posay. They have this cleanser, and I'm getting it. Also, as I said before, I'm going to pick it up sometime. It's going to foam up, and it's going to actually hydrate the skin because it has niacinamide and ceramides in it. Okay, so you have to get like foaming cleansers, but at the same time hydrating. Nothing that's going to damage your moisture barrier, okay, and cause you to produce more oil. Then the next thing is to ensure that you use ingredients that actually regulate sebum. For example, niacinamide plus zinc from The Ordinary. That serum actually is good for people that want to regulate their sebum. And you have various ingredients that actually do that, but you just have to look for them. Okay? Yes, ensure that you have something that's going to regulate your sebum, to just control it so it doesn't go out of control. The next one is to try to avoid stressing out yourself. If you can avoid, just try to not be stressed about everything. Make sure that you get enough sleep, enough rest, so your body is, feeling good. It's not only you're doing it for yourself. So I know that life is stressing, everything is stressing, but we can't allow life to cause us to break. You know what I'm saying? So try your best to see how you can, avoid a stressful situation. Anything that's going to cause you to become stressed, yeah, and it's going to turn into oil, excessive oil, and eventually turn into breakouts. Try to avoid that. Ensure you get a professional facial at least once per month. If you can't do like a professional facial, try your best to educate yourself about your skin and to give yourself a facial even once per month. Okay, and if you feel like you need it more than once, you can do it twice, but I would say go like every 3 weeks, give yourself a facial. Ensure that you apply like a facial mask at least once per week. You know what I'm saying? Like give yourself a nice facial mask at least once per week. Okay, one that is going to hydrate and one that is going to remove the excessive oil. Okay, I would say go for the one that is going to remove the excessive oil, because adding moisturizer actually puts moisture in your skin. The next thing I would suggest is to be gentle when you're cleansing your skin. Okay, don't be like rubbing your skin too hard, because sometimes you just rub and you're like, I want to make sure that all the oils are gone and they're removed from your skin and so forth, and at the end of the day, when you're finished like cleansing your face just feels really, really tight. Even if you're not going in with a aggressive cleanser, but you're being too aggressive on your skin. Okay, and then when you're drying with your towel, you're just wiping your skin and swiping and just swiping so hard, because in your mind you feel as though you're cleansing your skin and you want your skin to be free from oils and you're just cleansing it. But guess what you're doing? You're actually stimulating your skin. You're actually stimulating the sebum in your skin, stimulating your skin to produce more oil. And then when you do that, you're going to end up feeling as though your skin is just greasy, and you're like, I'm cleaning my skin, I'm doing all that I need to do to actually ensure that my skin is really clean and free from oils and so forth, and I just keep on getting more oils. You need to be gentle with your skin when you're applying your cleansers. Be gentle and calm. Rub, do the 60-second, but don't rub too hard. You know what I'm saying? Treat your skin as if your skin is like a young baby. Like wash it the way you would wash your young baby. Don't be scraping it and dragging it, because your skin doesn't need all of that. You know what I'm saying? When we have the foaming cleansers, the ingredients in the cleansers can actually do their job. We don't have to be like rubbing the skin. And I have to learn that too. I have been learning that, and I have been applying it into my skincare routine. Like anything that I'm telling you, I am practicing what I preach. Okay? Because I get into a lot of problem a lot of times because I am too aggressive by nature. Thing is to ensure that you adjust your routine based on the seasons, okay, based on how your skin feels. So you might think that you have combination skin and you're more oily, so you start using a lot of products for oily skin. I'm talking about me now, guys, and I'm cheering because I know that a lot of people are doing it. So you feel like you have oily skin because you are more oily. You know what I'm saying? But you have combination skin because your T-zone is very oily. So you start to use a lot of products that target oily skin. But when you do that now, you treat your skin as if it is oily all the time, which is not the case. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be oily in your T-zone, but you're not oily all over the face. So you start to use a lot of oily skin products on your skin all over your face. And then guess what? All over your face starts to produce a lot of oil. Maybe the T-zone starts to produce the normal amount of oil, but everywhere else starts to get really, really dry, and then you start producing oil in certain areas that your skin don't usually get oily. or you start producing excessive oil. So know your skin and know how to apply the products. Apply the products based on what your skin needs. Okay, and for example, different seasons you're going to have different problems. So for example, in the summer your skin will become more oily because of the heat, but in the winter it might not be so oily, so you don't have to go in with the cleanser that you were using before in the summer. You can go in with something a little bit more gentler. You know what I'm saying? Yes, because if you go in with the same cleanser for combination skin, I'm speaking, if you go in with the same cleanser that you were using in the summer, in the winter, guess what? Your skin is going to be dry, and then guess what? Your skin is going to be shooting oil. And you're going to be wondering, what the hell is happening? You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful and know your skin. And it's the same thing for people with oily skin. If your skin gets excessively oily in the summer, sometimes in the winter it's not going to be so oily, so you have to adjust your skincare to fit your skin. Okay, because I don't think we are oily throughout the year. Sometimes the oil reduces, but if we start doing it more than what we should, even when the skin is not producing a lot of oil, then it's going to continuously produce more oil, because guess what? The skin has to compensate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I would suggest. Also, stay away from stay away from alcohols in your skincare, comedogenic products, fragrance, and so forth. Like, those are not necessarily good for your skin in general. Some people, like for me, sometimes fragrance in skincare does not affect me. Okay, sometimes alcohol in skincare does not affect me, but if I use it and I realize that it is affecting me, then guess what? Not going to use it. You know what I'm saying? So try to avoid those in your skincare. Okay, those are my tips for when you are producing too much oil and you can't control it. And one of the most important one is the stress. Like, that has been affecting me, so I want to ensure that everybody, if you are going through stress will definitely increase the amount of oil that your skin produces. So make sure that you are, calm down, relax yourself, compose yourself. If you have to do yoga, meditations, speak to somebody, sleep, make sure you sleep. Yeah, that will help. Okay, so this is it for me. This is it for my video. Hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye bye.